Shout out MOP. That's hard. That's hard. But nah. Yes. Back with part two, finally. And we're gonna jump right on into this thing. Jump right on into this thing, man. Shout out M Pizzle. But it was an interesting thing that I was reading. All of this is interesting. But let's dive in like we didn't we didn't never stop. A fetish. A fetish is an object believed to have supernatural powers, or in particular, a human made object that has power over others. Essentially, fetishism is the attribution of inherent non material value or powers to an object. Talismans and amulets are related. Fetishes are often used in spiritual or religious contexts, and we can relate this to like voodoo on some levels, right? Oh, the word fetish derives from the French because they always gotta critique you. Like, they the perfect ones. Fetiche, which comes from the Portuguese. Hold on, make sure. Okay. Which comes from the Portuguese fetico, spell, which in turn derives from Latin factitious, artificial. See where artificial come from, and facere, to make. The term fetish has grew. Remember, replace evolve with growing because evolution is growing, not evolving. Because in this system, you gotta evolve because why? You can't be bigger than the system. Let's continue. From an idiom used to describe a type of object created in the interaction between European travelers and native West Africans in the early modern period to an analytical term that played a central role in the perception of and study of non-Western art in general and African art in particular. Of course, if you don't understand it, you're gonna say they cast a spell on you. William Peets, who in 1994 conducted an extensive ethno-historical study of the fetish, argues that the term originated in the coast of West Africa during the 16th, 17th centuries. Peets distinguishes between, on the one hand, actual African objects that may be called fetishes in Europe together and the indigenous theories of them, and the other hand, fetish, an idea an idea of a kind of object to which the term above applies. So, my argument then, this is still Pete's though. My argument then is that the fetish could originate only in conjunction with the emergent articulation of the ideology of the commodity form that defined itself within and against the social values and religious ideologies of two radically different types of non-capitalist society as they encountered each other in an ongoing cross-cultural situation. This process is indicated in the history of the world itself. Man, he's trying to sound sophisticated on explaining why. and how like how the lawyers know that the system is just an idea. How the people in the government, the people in these secret clubs know that ideas are just ideas until they acted upon. See? And he's trying to explain that now, but like they not forcing their ideas on the people. And these people ain't forcing their ideas on. Look, they don't even got shit. Like, what's wrong? See, that's that sophisticated uh nose in the air, head up your ass. I don't even want to read no more of that. But I was reading. Oh, well, let's read a little bit on the history. Initially, the Portuguese developed the concept of fetish to refer to the object used in religious practices by West African natives. The contemporary Portuguese fetico may refer to neutral terms such as charm, enchantment, or abracadabra, magic. And see, in this series, this is what I'm like. There's no magic, bro. Everything is connected. Hence why floating rocks, yeah, the levitating rocks and all of that, like that's a connection, or like a dipole connection, because it's like activated type of energy in between there that we've been talking about. Or more potentially offensive terms such as juju, witchcraft, witchery, conjuration, or bewitchment. The medieval lollards issued polemics that anticipated fetishism. Polemics. The concept was popularized in Europe circa 1757 when Charles de Brosses used it in comparing West African religion to the magical aspects of ancient Egyptian religion. Mm. Later, Auguste Comte employed the concept in his theory of the evolution of religion, wherein he posited fetishism as the earliest, most primitive stage, followed by polytheism and monotheism. Mm, mm. However, ethnography and anthropology will classify some artifacts of polytheistic and monotheistic religions as fetishes, all because some people felt the deeper connection than certain people. Mm. By what I know, that's overall what I'm grasping. The use of the concept in the study of religion derives from studies of traditional West African religious beliefs as well as from Vodun, which in turn derives from those beliefs. Is that the ancestor form of voodoo? Fetishes were commonly used in some, or is it some West Africans that live in? How did they get? Well, mm. Fetishes were commonly used in some Native American religions and practices. For example, the bear represented the shaman, the buffalo was the provider, the mountain lion was the warrior, and the wolf was the pathfinder. The cause of the war, and the wolf was the pathfinder, right? Because it's like all of these connections, like I was saying about the body, and all of this still correlate because we get in our order that we coming up with in our mind for Our clans, our communities, our sectors, we getting them from our bodies. It got to start from somewhere. We have to have an example of this order. You know what I mean? I read this earlier. The Minkisi, made and used by the Bakongo of Western Democratic Republic of Congo. An Nkisi is a sculptural object that provides a local habitation for a spiritual personality. Though some Minkisi have always been anthropomorphic, they were probably much less naturalistic or realistic. For the arrival of the Europeans in the 19th century, Congo figures are more naturalistic in the coastal areas than inland, as Christians tend to think of spirits as objects of worship. Idols become the objects of idolatry. When worship was addressed to false gods in this way, European Christian colonists regarded Minkisi as idols on the basis of religious bias. They can have a cross, but you can't have a Minkisi or Nkisi or a doll or do voodoo, but they can have the cross though. The Christians can have the cross. The foreign Christians, often called Nkisi, fetishes, and sometimes idols, because they are sometimes rendered in human form or semi-human form. Modern anthropology has generally referred to these objects either as power objects or as charms. Damn, your peoples can't even pass nothing down to you that means something to you. That's like when I touched my girl Pop's book. He passed away. I touched one of his books and I started having dreams that night. Cause what's passing on is like he must have that book in his hand so much, like his DNA was on it. And I damn touched the book, reading the book and shit. And see, and them holes too, like you go down them holes, and that's an ability. That's like a gift. The presents come wrapped. Remember, your power is concealed inside of you for a reason. Because it's like the nuclear bomb if we let it go. The stars can only survive on Earth encased in these bodies. Because it'll be destruction. It probably wouldn't even be Earth's. Because the stars is too bright. It's too much. But let's check this out though. That's how they started mentioning the animals and the classes and all of that. Like we have an order here. And we always thought like this. See, look, check this out. The Anishinaabe clan system. The Anishinaabe, like most Algonquian speaking groups in North America, base their kinship on clans totems. Why? Because we knew what this was. I'm gonna get on that in a minute. The Ojibwe word for clan, dudum. Remember the Ojibwe was mentioned in the animism of doing something. I forgot. Hold on. Yeah, I didn't go back for it. I ain't really looking for them, but it would help. It would help if I could find it, which is animated. Animated. See, look, all right, too, right here. How we even getting in the look. Boom. In many animistic worldviews, the human being is often regarded as on a roughly equally footing with other animals, plants, and natural forces. Cause it's wild. Cause now we done been sculpted to not even think outside of what we doing. Like the thought really is like, who cares, bro? Like who cares about that? And it be like you should, cause you connected to it, and it could teach you a lot. You can go up in rank real fast. Cause we gonna read some in a minute. It gonna clearly explain that. Clearly, it don't matter what age you is, your appearance, or any of that. On moving up in the rank and knowledge and your spirit and your soul. Like some kids be more mature in spirit and soul than some adults. And sometimes it's taught, sometimes it's not. But it's definitely inherited. That's how you know the potential is crazy. But African indigenous religions, they yeah, they own that. Every everything south of these people that didn't convert to the we could okay, for real. We wasn't into wasting energy. Like y'all see how we living today, wasting so much energy. But that's what the people do that taught us this. Like they teaching us to waste energy. But for real, the people at the top that's well, the people that's controlling this ain't wasting no energy, but they want this energy to last. They want to stay in this position, and it's not gonna last. That's when things boil over. But we see all the people who didn't who done did this. But I'm just checking. Yeah. English totem. The clans based mainly on animals were instrumental in traditional occupations, integral relations, and marriages. Today, the clan remains an important part of an Anishinaabe identity. Each clan is forbidden from harming its representation animal by any means, as it is a bad omen to do so. All right. The Anishinaabe people are divided into a number of dudamen, or clans, singular dudum, named mainly for animal totems, or dudum, as an Ojibwe person would say this word in English. And Anishinaabe Moan, Ode means heart. dudum, or clan literally would translate as the expression of or having to do with one's heart. Because you know you got two two hearts, your gut and your brain. In other words, dudum refers to the extended family. According to written slash oral tradition, the Anishinaabe spanned to northeastern woodlands of Turtle Island, North America. The origins of the clans were given to the Jite Anishinaabe Nabeg after the cleansing of the earth by water. As a memory of people had been wiped clean, Anishinaabe two dames is the social fabric context for politics, kinship, and identity of the Anishinaabe peoples. You don't need to read all that. For judges and O'Doodman, the clan system is an integral part of acquiring and retaining knowledge and pedagogy. For the Anishinaabe, each clan contributes a key element. And see this right here. This right here is like to me it was uh innate, like what I would do if we didn't have no government. People saying we would be out of control if these people, like, that's so weak to say and it's irritating. Each clan contributes a key element to the society, and individual members contribute to a clan's knowledge through experience. During a clan member's lifetime, they are able to gain knowledge known by the clan. Emphasis is placed on personal experience rather than a strict student teacher relationship. Because you're putting yourself on this type of hierarchy because you live. But remember, I was talking about gatekeeping earlier, bro. That's not a game. You passing through these gates when you feel inside you. Man, you like, man, I know I could do that. But this teacher and level of where you at won't let you advance when you ready to advance. But then they also like withhold information, so it's harder. People crazy. Although members learn through relationships with other clan members, it is the experience gained as a result of these relationships that allows them to attain knowledge. Throughout a clan member's life, knowledge they gain that was previously unknown to the clan is added to the clan's collective knowledge. This knowledge is then passed down to the future generations, contributing to the flow of wisdom that passes from generation to generation. Nebwakawan, Nebwakawan. Despite pressure from the colonial society in Canada and United States, much Anishinaabe knowledge has survived and continues to be shared and built upon. Question mark. Alexander Wolf's Earth Elder, 18 stories, depends out, whatever, whatever. But yeah, Be My Weedasi group, charged with scouting, hunting, and gathering. Hooves subdivision. Little Moose Tail, Little Moose, Moose, Caribou. The Adik totem, Adik totem is common among the Ojibwa and north of the Lake Superior. A2, and that just gave me something too, like how mature we was. Yeah, we was, cause we tripping right now. but how mature we was though to know that man and woman, masculine and feminine, is meant to be together, and it goes together like forever, like a one and a zero, like making the net, 'cause that's what 10 is backwards. The net, masculine and feminine came together to make the net, the firmness, but the gentle, how can I say, absorption. When you fall on the net, you just know you good. That simple thing is exerting masculine and feminine energy. And they know this. They know this. But let's check some more of this out. Look at this. Caribou. A deep. Oh, we didn't even finish reading it. A prominent family from this dotem from the Grand Portage, tripping, area relocated to La Pointe. La Pointe. Produced the chiefs Mammon Gazeta and Wabajish. Later, members of this branch became leaders at Sault Ste. Marie, Northern Ontario, Canada. But look, and this go back to our families and everything. Like one specific family could have been good at this particular thing and been teaching the whole clan and surrounding, you know, because it's that like I know y'all with me on the visions of this seeing this though. Look, clans of Buffalo, Stag, Crane, Martin, Porcupine. No, I said Crane because that's what I thought. Like I started thinking about it. Look, the Nazi, Nazi. Yes, yes, there's a correlation there. Cause watch this. The Bajwanazi group were traditionally charged with outgoing international communications. Because of this, often members of the Bashwanazi group are said to be the most vocal. Banezi, Thunderbird. The Thunderbird is a mythological bird-like spirit in North American indigenous peoples' history. Hold up. Okay, so yeah, the Thunderbird, mythological bird-like spirit in North American indigenous peoples' history and culture. It is considered a supernatural being of power and strength. But Ajijak, AJ, Ajijak, Crane, or Thunderbird. So then I wonder will this pop up. Check this shit out. Check this shit out right here. We gonna see what's cracking real fast. Uh, forget it. Because it was two. It's too giving. What Elon Musk do? Y'all seen Elon Musk just do this, right? That's what this will what the crane, the Bajwanazi group would do that hand signal. Look, because I wanted to give it to y'all. I, I'm trying to what it symbol for hold on, nah, that ain't it. But this is it though. I'm thinking too much. But this is it. They don't want to. They don't want to tell us that they cross paths with these people. But reading the old stories and all of that, you gonna see. Watch a shaggy. But yeah, man, bald eagle, crane heron, golden eagle. Look, so then okay, if this is a international, outgoing international communications. So then I'm like, okay, so if they doing that, right? How would Hitler and them know this? How would the Nazis and them know this? Because okay, we could have been for granted we could have been communicating on a equal level, like a calm level, like we wasn't warring yet. We understood our segregation. We wasn't forcing it. We knew we lived over here and we got homies over here that'll give us everything we need and supply us, make sure we good, but that ain't our sole mission because we like something over there. We're not gonna be staying over there. Like it's our home. You know what I'm saying? Because these feelings are ancient, bro. You not just gonna be around a motherfucker. I mean, you're just not gonna be around a person just because they can give you what you need or want at the moment, meaning that they a good person and you can, you know what I'm saying? Because it's war. It was more because it was hands on then. You gotta look at people in the face, take them long rides, do all that. Like, come on. But yeah, that hand sign is a bird. So then, yeah, like I'm saying about the communication part, right? So then I'm like, damn, niggas been shooting the messengers. This is how the message get disoriented. Is a metamorphic phrase used to describe the act of blaming the bearer of bad news, despite the bearer or messenger having no direct responsibility for the bad news or its consequences. So then, look, an early literacy site. Look, we dealing with these people at this time too, right? Sighting of killing the messenger is in Plutarch's Lives, the first messenger that gave notice of Lucullus, look, Lucius, a Roman general, statesman, Lucius, coming was so far from pleasing Tigranes. Tigranes, the Great, was a king of Armenia, okay, that he had his head cut off for his pains, and no man dared to bring further information without any intelligence at all. Tiger sat while war was already blazing around him, giving ear only to those who flattered him. Mm. And I was like, damn. So that could be possibly a way that our natural instincts of figuring reality out, like the most innate thing you could do is uh, record your environment. And they trying to say our environment ain't doing what we saying or seeing or feeling or hearing. It do. They trying to say we not witness to that. Like people are crazy. Crazy, crazy, man. That's why you gotta be careful where you guys are. Cause remember, I want to get on the swastika too because the swastika's big in the spin of the cells and in in the rotation of the luminaries. See, cause look, like bro, the symbols. Cause listen, look, symbol used in various Eurasian religions and cultures, and is also seen in some African and American ones. In the Western world, it is more widely recognized as a symbol of the German Nazi Party, who appropriated it for their party insignia starting in the early 20th century. Come on, bro. They appropriated it. Cultural appropriation is the adoption of an element or elements of one culture or identity by members of another culture or identity in a manner perceived as inappropriate or unacknowledged. Come on, bro. How can I make this shit up? If they into stealing information, think back to when the messengers we didn't have no communication like this. You feel me? They gonna kill the messenger because they don't like the people really. They hate that they have to deal with the people on just to get whatever it is they have to get or just to go a place that they want to just go and explore and just degrade really because that's what they done did, right? Come on, man. Come on, man. I can't make this shit up. So the appropriation continues with its use by new Nazis. That's what neo mean. New around the world. The swastika was and continues to be used as a symbol of divinity and spirituality in Indian religions, including Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism. The same, well, some of the same people, some of the same people that indulged in animalism, that they would see, it generally takes the form of a cross, see, but the swastika is the cross. If y'all didn't know, but you see the swastika got them L's in it for change. They sevens, change. That's what stirring brings up, change. The arms of which are of equal length and perpendicular, whatever, man. So let's go to the origin. Hold on, let's go to the Eddie then. The word swastika is derived from the Sanskrit root swasti, which is composed of su, good, well, and asti, is. It is. There is. The word swastika occurs frequently in the Vedas. Y'all know who the Vedas is, who used the Veda, as well as in classical literature, meaning health, luck, success, prosperity. Uh, because you keep moving, that's what come with it. Moving. And it was commonly used as a greeting. Farewell, probably. The final ka is common suffix that can have multiple meanings. Man, see, and then that's when they getting into getting into trying to confuse the people, getting into more confusion. All this tetragrammaton, hooked cross. See, then they get to talking about symmetry. Symmetry. You got four. We got four types of symmetry overall going on. Reflectional, rotational, translational, and helical. And then you got asymmetry, which is the abnormal type of the. But on the more hand, we have equal parts. Five fingers on one hand, five fingers on the other. Like only something is wrong when you don't come out how you supposed to. But then, as y'all see, man, because this is influencing the minds of the people that's already here. We seeing these handicapped people. Cause, dude, why does a dog eat its its puppies that ain't healthy? Cause it'll be tortured, letting it, m- forcing it to live when clearly that it wasn't sure. It wasn't because the thing's ready to live is ready to live. Like ain't no coincidence on why it didn't happen. Something happened in the procedure, abort mission, or if it can be fixed and this being could be normal. Yeah, but people don't move with purpose, so it'll sound fucked up. What I'm saying, we lucky because in back then, bro, trying to reach them heights was serious. I know people was going way harder than what we doing right now because they knew way more, way more. They telling y'all the people back then was stupid, bro. They lying for a reason though. So yeah, man. Yeah, let's get to the origin real quick. 'Cause it's damn 6 in the morning. Uh, yeah, we saying the swastika is the North Pole mixing the winds, right? And the people told this to this man, bro. It's how he even figured it out. European use of swastikas are often treated in conjunction with cross symbols in general. Well, actually, this was the religion, bro. This is why when we read on animism predates and gave rise and influence to all organized religions today. And your question should be answered on why now, but are often treated in conjunction with cross symbols in general, such as the sun cross of Bronze Age religion. Beyond its certain presence in the proto-writing symbol systems, such as the Vinca script, which appeared during the Neolithic, the New Lithics. the new writers, according to Rene Guénon. But y'all see, he had two identities: Rene Jean Marie Joseph Guénon, also known as Abdel Wahid Yahya, was a French intellectual who remains an influential figure in the domain of metaphysics, having written on topics ranging from esotericism, sacred science, and traditional studies to symbolism. Because we came up knowing that, like being out in the forest and in the woods and then in just abundant, you just pick up on all this, and you see how he was dressed. Them people was running expeditions and shit. Now y'all can put it together. Y'all seeing this shit on watch movies and shit. This how they used to get their knowledge. The sophisticated realized they wasn't sophisticated after running into some people who, uh, like bro say, had bones in their noses and shit, uh, writing on their bodies and shit. Like, okay. And the rotation movement around a center or immutable axis mundi, is the Latin term for the axis of Earth between the celestial poles. And remember I showed y'all the spindle apparatus and the geocentric coordinate system. This is the axis of rotation of the celestial sphere. Uh, and only secondly, it represents the sun as a reflective function of the North Pole. As such, it is a symbol of life, of the vivifying role of the supreme principle of the universe, the absolute God, in relation to the cosmic order. It represents the activity, the Hellenic logos, the Hindu the Chinese Tai, great one, of the principle of the universe and the formation of the world. According to Guénon, the swastika in its polar value has the same meaning of the yin and yang symbol of the Chinese tradition and of other traditional symbols of the working universe, including the letters. What is that? L, 7. It's a letter though. It's a R, lowercase r. I don't know. And G, gamma. And G, symbolizing the great architect of the universe in Masonic thought. See, see, told y'all. According to the scholar Frieza Asasi, the swastika represents the north ecliptic North Pole, centered in Draconis, with the constellation Draco as one of its beams. He argues that this symbol was later attested as the four-horse chariot of Mithra in ancient Iranian culture. And see, that's what the people of the Bible, the four-horse chariot, are the four cardinal directions, right? North, south, east, west. And they mixing the wind up, bro. It's spinning. This this is what they talking about. See, look, they're showing a perfect shit. Look, this right here. North Pole, South Pole. I want to say, like, remember in school you used to do like a Venn diagram? All right, let's go to the vortex right here. But on this one though, the energy is circulating, circulating. Like it's how your heart do too. Then it make the infinity. Boop, boop, boop. And I see him talking about the gamma and the G for the great architect. We the great architects. We so advanced that we wanted to see what it was like to experience the world in different bodies. This is equivalent to hearing, seeing, um, feeling. Like we in a class, right? And the most high, like, hey, pass this word around the class. And he whisper and is whispering it to in us to our in our ear, and we gotta pass the message through billions of people. In a class, we can't do it in a class of 10 people, 15, 20. The class gotta be at a certain number, and that's what these secret clubs, that's what these people have figured out. They feel like only a certain group and amount of people can really get the real knowledge. But it's still like, who is you to say that? It's still like, that's so biased. And then y'all still learning from, actually, when you being biased, you still learning, got more learning to do. So then learn more, as you learn more and turn your bias up, it get, be like, bro, like, how can you, so now you turn into a hypocrite and uh, what you call it? You got the gift of gab because you picking up as you go. Like, but yeah, the vortex. This is exactly what we doing when we in our sleep, in our dreams, and we falling down, we falling back, boom, into our bodies. You falling into your crown, back into the seat. Hold on, falling back into the seat. You falling back into the seat for your control, man. Like I said, we the all. We are all the all. So we breaking ourselves down to experience this. Some people in Alaska, some people, and when the all is done, it's gonna know everything it need to know to advance, go to higher realms of reality, so it can do what it do, and no one knows what that entails. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then y'all hearing Soldier Boy talk about Draco, he big Draco, whatever. Dude, wow. That have to do with the. Never mind. Cause I'm already in too deep here. What I'm at. Damn, almost an hour. That's all I was planning on giving anyway. But uh, see, look, the four winds in Native American culture, particularly among the Pima of Arizona, the swastika is a symbol of the four winds. Anthropologist Frank Hamilton Cushing noted that among the Pima, the symbol of the four winds is made from a cross. There's one thing, because listen, the pole is moving the breath. Inside of here is moving. Inside of there is moving. So, uh, because if that stop moving, it's a wrap. Everything collapse. And that's what they trying to do through the science, through learning it. Because y'all see that they messing up everything that they learning. Like they'll not know something, learn something, and then a person will win a prize for it, re-engineer it, and then now it's over for it. Like, what was the purpose in learning it if you ain't gonna apply the purpose, bro? Like, I don't get it. Noted that among the Pima people, is a symbol of the four winds, right? It's made from a cross with four curved arms, similar to a broken sun cross. The broken sun cross or a wheel cross is the same thing. They talking about we talking about the luminaries. The luminaries have their own world inside them. It concludes the right angle swastika is primarily a representation of the circle of the four wind gods standing at the end of their trails or directions. Had to jump off for a second, but I'm about to wrap it up though. But yeah, man, the this swastika, cause look at this, man. Listen, earliest known swastikas from 10,000 BCE, part of an intricate uh mender pattern of joined-up swastikas found on a late Paleolithic figurine bird, mm, of a bird carved from mammoth ivory found in Mezene, Ukraine. However, the age of 10,000 BC is a conservative estimate, and the true age may be as old as 17,000, whatever. We don't care. It has been suggested that this swastika may be stylized picture of a stork as a carving was found near phallic objects. This may also support the idea that the pattern was a fertility symbol. Remember, remember I was saying how mature you have to be to take how immature are we about dick and and vagina today, about penis and vagina. Because a phallic symbol is this. Look, phallus, penis, object that resembles a penis. And to them, they said the Washington Monument. This how the Freemasons move. Washington Monument. Monument. Uh, typing with one hand, my bad. So you see how people taking pictures next to this thing? You see how people taking pictures next to that thing? That's because they Masons too. That's because they Masons too. And the Freemasons have been distorting information for a long time. Look, we gonna jump in this real fast. Phallic architecture. Look, consciously or unconsciously creates a symbolic representation of the. My bad. I did not mean to do that. But off of that, we off of that. But this is how our information is encoded, because that's what it's all about, bro. The vagina and the penis, and them beings better acquire enough knowledge to pass down to the seedlings, to where they come up and be greater. That's the whole goal. That's the whole goal. The whole goal. I think I got some more in there. Cause yeah, there's so many symbols and like see, like people been like people we so mixed with so much shit. It's like how can we all be on different type of times? Look at they animism, sense of smell, sense of sight. Is that the arthropods? Non-vitalities, five sensed, two sensed. See what I'm saying? And this has been through the times. Like, ain't nobody ever looked around and just thought, like, damn, like, I could, how I'm built, how my body being is built. What other compartments, what other things would you say is used to build a being? This is antiquity. Man, what the hell? I was just going through that. They don't have no examples. No, the Buddhists do. But I'm gonna let y'all sit and soak this one, man. Because the part three is coming too, so I don't feel like I left out anything. Because I'm gonna get around to it, and it's gonna connect. Was that real? And it's gonna connect like without effort. Because when you see the deception, bro, it's just nonstop seeing the deception. Let's see what else. Okay. And then too, like how you would, because paleontology is the study of microorganisms and microscopic fragments of megaorganisms that are composed of acid-resistant organic material and occur in sediments, sedimentary rocks, and even some meta-sedimentary rocks. But megaorganisms, really wow. Linomorphs are the microscopic acid-resistant organic remains and debris produced by a variety of plants, animals, and protista. But y'all remember, in religion, you got them people that come out called Protestants because they protesting against the way of a religion, right? That have existed since the late pro, Proterozoic. Eukaryotic organism that is not an animal, land plant, or fungus. Protists do not form a natural group or class, but are a polyphyletic grouping of several independent classes that evolved, that grew from the last eukaryotic common ancestor. So they always adapting. And inside of a cell, you have genes. Genes are protest eukaryotes, prokaryote, and these are in every cell. So this is like why when you sick, you got the potential. Your potentials is high to be better. Cause not all parts of it is sick. You just it's like a certain number of them are sick. So got to get them out, flush you, then redo the process. Redo the process. It's the science that studies contemporary and fossil polynomorphs, including pollen is seeds. Pollen eventually pollen eventually grows into the mammillary bodies, bro. That's why this shit. That's why I'm saying, bro, it's so deep, and they connected to the vision, your sensory. Like you have to go back through being a small being to grow to be a mega organism or a bigger being. Because you have to grow your senses. You gotta get everything reacquainted for higher performance. That's our main goal here is to show how we are doing that. But it's hard to do in today's society because we being stripped of resources and being given a man-made resource called money, called Bitcoin, called Dogecoin, called all this shit. and it's too much for us to focus on. So we end up giving our energy away. But being analytical and open to information, ready to eat the meat and spit out the bones, is how you get up and through there, get up through that hole. Because, like I'm saying, the function of the mammillary bodies and their projections. See, because boy, the words, boys, the projections, how you seeing the world, how you seeing your reality, how you feeling it, how you smelling it, how you the colors is your man. But to the anterior thalamus via the mammillothalamic tract are important for recollective memory. Everything we talking about been here forever. We could have been figured this stuff out for cancer, having cures and everything. But guess what? We've been fighting. So it's wiping our memory. Things that's important and so small and delicate and got to do with the major factors of life and the ecosystem and the atmosphere, we ain't even paying attention to because we so focused on the money of it all. And the money is us. The money, it been us the whole time. So with that, I'm gonna leave y'all with that, and I'm up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because uh, I gotta come up with this part 3 for y'all. So critique me, give me hey, what you got from it or whatever. If you got anything from it. But yeah, I'm out, man.